Hi everyone, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with my first proper sit down video in Barcelona. I'm not 100% sure on this background, let me know what you guys think, but I didn't have a lot of time to decide because I already placed my Starbucks order and then it arrived. Oh, they wrote my name. That's so cute. So I ordered myself 2 drinks because today has been a difficult day already. I'll get into that in a minute. And I just thought I'd treat myself to 2 drinks. Also, I apologise for any noise outside. I seem to live on a really noisy street. There's always cars going past, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. First of all, I got myself a tall iced latte, and the second drink that I got was a cool lime refresher. I got a grande one. Also got myself a couple of snacks, which I got in this bag. I'll go into those in a minute because I've made myself some cheese and crackers. I don't know if this is really unpopular, but I actually really like cheese on crackers. So good. Okay, I'm going to start out with my iced latte because I clearly need to wake up. So I'm just going to open my iced latte because I don't know if you guys know, but at Starbucks I keep saying we and I don't work there anymore. So at Starbucks they got these new strawless lids. So basically you sip from it like a little sippy cup, but if you guys know me, you know that I love to drink everything through a straw. So the strawless lid really doesn't work for me. So I'm just going to take this off, and I've got my own reusable straws. So I'm just going to pop that in there. Oh, that's good. That just saved my day. Okay, so today's Starbucks mukbang is actually a collab with one of my favourite small YouTubers, one of my good YouTube friends. So Jess is a really lovely girl. She has a channel where she does mukbangs, food challenges. She does a bunch of fun content and she's so lovely. And we thought we would do a Starbucks one because it's something that they have in England and in Spain where I am. And we just love food and chats. So that's what we've decided to do. So I'm going to link Jess's channel and her video down in the description box. Do make sure you go and check it out. Okay, so Jess actually sent me over some questions and topics to talk about in my mukbang, and I did the same thing to her. So on her channel, she'll be answering my questions and my topics. But before I get into Jess's questions and topics for the mukbang, let me tell you guys about my day. Let's have coffee and chats because what a day I've had. This is why I'm not my usual bubbly self, because I've spent the whole morning crying my eyes out, and then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna watch some Kelly Stamps, I'm gonna beat my face and try to do a nice makeup look, and I'm gonna film some videos because this makes me really happy, and I figured that this would make me stop crying. So here I am. And Starbucks, because coffee also makes me stop crying. Okay, so as you guys know, if you've been following my channel, I'm just gonna have another cracker. 1 minute. That went well. I just moved out to Barcelona to do my year abroad / study abroad, or whatever you want to call it. And my boyfriend Dylan was here for the first 2 weeks. He flew out with me and helped me with my apartment and that whole drama. And this morning I took him to the airport and he went home. And you know what, I'm never ever like this. Like, I love traveling so much. I'm always happiest when I'm abroad compared to when I'm at home in the UK. I never get homesick. I don't know, I just got really overwhelmed. Like, right, so I have almost finished my iced latte. So I'm gonna start out on my refresher, even though it's pretty much melted now, but it'll still be nice. And I'm gonna start going into the questions and topics that Jess sent me to talk about. Okay, I've got the questions. I'm just gonna open up my snacks now. Oh my god, look at how cute these little stickers are that are like sealing up the bag. I don't know if it's focusing, but it's like a little cup and it's got the actual boxes that we've got on the real cups where you write the drinks. I've never ordered Starbucks on delivery before because where I live in Manchester, where I go to, they don't deliver anywhere. So yeah, this is my first time ordering Starbucks. So I got myself a couple of snacks because, you know, I wanted to treat myself. Here they are. Let's crack into them. Got napkins, yes. I feel like this mukbang has been so long already and I've not even gone into any of Jess's questions yet. This is one of the reasons why I never do videos like this, because I just seem to go off on a tangent and start talking on and on and on. Okay, so the first snack that I've got, this looks so good. This is a little chocolate donut. And this is one thing that we don't have in the UK. We don't have any donuts in Starbucks. So they've got like a plain sugar one and then they've got a chocolate coated one. So obviously went for the chocolate one. And then the second snack that I've got, which I am so excited about, is a little cinnamon roll. I have had this before, not gonna lie. Had it in Spain last year in Madrid. I don't know if you guys have seen the cinnamon swirl at Starbucks in the UK. Obviously I have because I worked there. But this one is so much cooler. So the shape is different. It's got a bit more icing. The icing's a bit different. But the main reason I love it is that it's got way more cinnamon than the UK one has. It's also not got any raisins in, which I like, because the English one has like raisins and it's got bits of orange peel in it. It's like, it's okay, but I definitely prefer this, which is just like a pure in your face cinnamon swirl. Okay, I don't know which one to start with. I think I'm going to start with my donut, or do I want my cinnamon swirl? Ooh, decisions. Okay, so the first question from Jess was, what was your dream job when you were a little kid? So my whole life, let me just have a quick bite of my donut. I'll keep you in suspense. I need to give you guys a little interior view of the donut. This is how it looks. Okay, so growing up, my whole life, I always wanted to be a singer. Like, that was my ultimate dream. From as young as I can remember, I've just been obsessed with music. Absolutely love music. I still am absolutely obsessed with music. I probably listen to music at least 12 hours of every single day. I don't really sing as much as I used to. Like, I used to sing every day. It was just, I absolutely loved it. But I actually even went to a stage school called Stagecoach in the UK. It was like every week, and we did 3 hours every week. We did 1 hour of singing, 1 hour of dance, and 1 hour of acting. Singing was definitely the top, and then acting was like a close second. But the problem with me was that I have had anxiety pretty much my whole life, and my anxiety just held me back a ton in my earlier years especially. So I never went into like talent contests, and I always had this dream in my head when I was little that I was going to win the X Factor, but I never actually like went to audition for X Factor because of my anxiety and I was too scared. But that was always like my childhood dream. And then I went through phases in school of wanting to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a vet and go to Cambridge to study veterinary medicine at one point, but they were just kind of little phases. I'd say singing and acting was the longest phase that I've ever had when I was little. And then since the age of probably about 13, I've wanted to be a YouTuber, and I've just loved making videos and taking photos and making content. My dream job now, I would absolutely love to do YouTube full time, because I just have so much fun making videos and putting them together. But if I did get to do YouTube full time, I wouldn't want to do just YouTube. I am such like a businesswoman and I've got such a business brain. So even if I was a full-time YouTuber, I already know in my head like the things that I want to branch out and do. Like, I'd love to have my own clothing line, to work in fashion somehow. I actually did set up my own clothing line last year, which I might do a separate video on talking about that, because not many of you, like my new viewers, will know about that if you weren't around back then. But I did have my own little fashion business set up, and that's definitely something I'd like to go back to and continue in the future. But I also love writing, which not many of you may know because I never really spoke about it. But growing up, English was always my best subject. Like, I'm pretty smart without sounding big-headed. I did well in everything, but English, I always excelled. Like, in English class, I was always like that girl who received the award for English, who like got the prizes for my writing and stuff, because it's just something that has come naturally to me, like for as long as I can remember. I would write stories, I would write magazine articles, I would just absolutely love to write. and I did English at A level. I did English language and lit combined. I got an A star. Bougie. But yeah, I could definitely see myself working as a journalist or reporter or writing my own novels, which I used to do when I was a kid. So yeah, that was a very long-winded answer. Basically, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, next question. I love your true crime videos. What inspired you to start doing them? Thank you so much. I love making them as well. So obviously, originally I made my channel a few years ago when I was a teenager. That feels really old to say that I'm not a teenager anymore. And originally my channel was always fashion and beauty related. But then in the past couple of years, I discovered the true crime community on YouTube. Actually, before that, I never knew it existed. And then this girl I watch called Caitlin Rose, some of you guys may know her on her channel. She used to make fashion and beauty videos, which is what I was subscribed to her for. And then I remember one day she started uploading these crime videos and I was like, oh my god, this is so interesting. Like, I didn't know that people made videos about true crime. It was just one of those moments where I just had no idea that this existed on YouTube. Since a very young age, I've watched a lot of crime documentaries with my mum. I watch crime TV shows. I've read true crime books. Like, I've been interested in it for so long, but I never knew, like I said, that it was a community on YouTube until I discovered it. I find it so fascinating. And what was the question again? But I also think that true crime videos do a lot of good as well. Like, they're helping to raise awareness of cases, of victims, as opposed to me just sitting and doing my makeup or doing something less meaningful, if you know what I mean. Like, I do love my lifestyle content, but I also love doing something where I feel like it's really rewarding and like I'm giving something back to people, especially when victims' families get in contact with me. That's just like the best feeling, and it just makes me feel like my work is actually not just entertaining people, but it's actually helping people. Next question. What lessons have you learned in the last few years? Boys, friends, jobs, studying, etc. Oh boy, this is a big question. Okay, I have learned so many lessons in the past few years. I can't physically explain to you guys how much I have glowed up. I know people don't like the term glow up. I'm not just talking physical, even though I have changed a lot in my physical appearance. I have like glowed up so much personality wise. I literally am a different person, and that's happened to me because of all the lessons that I've learned and all the experiences, good and bad, that I've been through over the past few years. Okay, so I guess I'll give like one lesson for each topic that you mentioned. So boys, friends, jobs and studying, because if I were to give you guys every lesson I've learned, I would honestly be here all day. So let's start out with boys, because I have learned a thing or two since I began with them. Boys, boys, boys. Okay, I could honestly sit and talk about this for years. The amount of things that I've learned from boys, oh my god. Oh, I've got pins and needles in my leg. I need to change position. I think I'd say the biggest thing that I've learned in relation to boys is that you should always, always, always put yourself first. You should never ever put a boy before yourself, before your dreams, before you and your life. Like, you have to come first. Even if you're in a relationship and you love that person, you should never prioritize boys over self-care. And you should always remember that you are the most important thing in your life. I've actually got a whole video coming on that topic. But yeah, I'd say that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. But also just know your worth and never ever chase a boy. Never. Just know your own worth and just know that you are worth more than that. You don't have to chase anyone. You don't have to try and convince anyone that you are worthy of their attention or their love. If they don't want you by themselves, if they don't want to put in the work, wave goodbye to them, because I guarantee you now there's a whole other line of boys waiting for your attention who would absolutely love to go on a date with you and spend time with you, and you're just wasting so many years on the same boys who are not even worth the time of day. Like, that's honestly the biggest thing that I would tell to my younger self. Biggest lesson I've learned in the past few years regarding friends. Okay, again, I've learned a lot of lessons on the friends topic. I guess I would say getting older, I've learned that it's about quality over quantity. It's not all about having a ton of friends, having a ton of girls comment on your Insta pic or like your pictures, because that isn't what a true friend is. Like, right now I'm way happier having fewer close friends than having a massive circle of friends who are kind of fake or who I don't fully trust, or you know what I mean? I feel like just keep your inner circle quite small, because it's definitely quality over quantity. Lessons related to jobs. So my 4 years at Starbucks did teach me a lot of things. Probably the main lesson that I've learned is just finding my own voice, because when I started at this job at Starbucks I was 17, and honestly I was such a different person. Like, I did write this on Instagram in my leaving post, but I just had such bad anxiety, I had no confidence, it was just a terrible time. And looking back at that, I find it so funny to think like that was me, because I'm so different now. Just had to stop for a minute because my memory card got full. My god, this is going to be a long chatty video. Okay, we are coming towards the end now though, thank god. Gonna have a bit more of my donut. If you guys ever come to Spain or France, they're the only two places I know of that have this drink. Let me know if you know of anywhere else. But if you ever come to Spain or France, you need to try the Cool Lime Refresher. Honestly, my favourite Starbucks drink ever in history. More than coffee, more than anything. It's the best. We did have it in the UK up until like 4 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago. It was discontinued, which is super sad, but I'm happy now I'm in Spain. I get to have one all the time. Okay, next question, a little bit more serious. Would you like to have children at some point? Yeah, I would definitely 100% want children in the future. Emphasis on the words in the future. I would love to have 2 or 3 children, but probably at the earliest the age of 28, maybe 29. I've just got a ton of stuff that I want to do before then. I've got a lot of living left to do. Not that your life ends when you have a kid, like, no offense to anyone who is young and has a baby, but I just can't imagine looking after a small human when I've not even done all the things that I want to do with my life yet. So I want to get my degree, I want to do my career, travel a lot more, and ideally with Dylan, he wants them as well, but not until we are like late 20s, maybe even like 30. Like, I'm fine with having them around the age of 30 even. And final question, I can see you love to travel and I can't wait for your Spain travel vlogs, thank you. List 3 places you would love to visit in the next 10 years. Wow, the next 10 years is a long time for 3 places, but the top 3 places on my list, I would have said that Italy was on my list, but I just went to Rome, even though obviously that's just one city in Italy, so I'd love to see more of Italy and see like the coastal side and all that. So Italy's still up there, but don't know if I'd put it in my top 3. My top 3, I would say Asia. I know that's super broad, just classifying Asia as one place, but I want to go to literally every single part of Asia, so that's why I say it. I really want to go to Thailand, Vietnam, Bali, Cambodia. I've looked a few times at doing like a backpacking route around there, but something's always come up. Like last year I was going to do it, but then I went to live in Madrid, and then this year I've got my year abroad in Europe, so I can't go. But yeah, at some point I would definitely love to see all of Southeast Asia, but then also the other side of Asia, like China, Japan, Korea. Really want to see all of that. And then also Australia and New Zealand, because I've never ever been. I would absolutely love to go there for a few weeks and explore different cities and stuff, so that's definitely in my top 3. And what else is in my top 3? I would say also India. Like, I would absolutely love to go to India. I've been to Sri Lanka, which I feel like is going to be quite similar to India, but yeah, there's quite a few cities in India that I would absolutely love to see, and just the culture and the whole country, definitely somewhere that I really want to visit. Probably not anytime soon with the virus. I don't think I'm going to be getting over to Asia, but at some point in the future I'd absolutely love to see India and to be honest, like I said, just literally every single country in Asia I want to go to. Okay, so that is all of the questions and topics that I got from Jess. So I'm going to end the Starbucks mukbang here because I feel like it's been a long one. My memory card got filled up, so I'm pretty sure I've been talking for at least an hour now. If you enjoyed this kind of video and you'd like to see more mukbangs or more coffee and chat style things from me, then do let me know by giving this a thumbs up and leaving me a comment below. I know it's not the kind of video that I normally do, so I don't know how many of you guys will like it or how popular it will be, but I really enjoyed it, just sitting and having like a chilled chat with you guys, especially because I'm now in Barcelona on my own, so you guys are my friends to talk to. And as I said in the beginning, of course, make sure that you go and check out Jess's video and Jess's channel. I will link them below. And if you aren't already subscribed to me, I make videos like this every Thursday and every Saturday, and then every Tuesday I do my true crime series. So do make sure you're subscribed if you're not, and turn on that notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hasta luego.